Hi, just a little short update about why I haven't been doing a couple of videos. I have some interesting hardware challenges facing me. The first thing, I've been trying to figure out why I've been getting such low frame rate playing Skyrim. So I've been doing a lot of research trying to figure out what's going on. I'm running various benchmarks like Haven or Heaven and Furmark and various other open source or free benchmarks, and I'm getting really awful performance on 21080 SLI. So I did a bunch of research and found that probably I have a problem with memory. So anyway, I just pull up my system and say, how much memory do I have? And it goes 24 gig. I go, that's wrong. I know I don't have 24. So I do some things, and I'd actually seen this before. There was a problem when I did an upgrade to my motherboard that it wasn't reporting one bank of memory. And so I opened the box up and reseat the RAM, and now it's properly reporting that I have 32 gig, but it's only 1600. I'm not sure what the rating is, but it's really slow comparatively memory for the kind of processor. I've got an X79 processor, and it's that's a problem. So I decided, okay, I'll upgrade the memory. So I literally ordered yesterday 32 gig of much faster RAM, 2400. I'm running DDR3 because I did when I made the decision to upgrade my motherboard a little over a year ago. I decided I would stay with DDR3 because I could leverage some things, but that was probably a mistake. But anyway, now I've got I'm upgrading that RAM, and we'll see if that improves my performance because I think my bottleneck to my graphics cards was caused by my slow memory. Then, of course, I'm looking around and I find out I have that the EVGA 1080 FTW cards, which is what I have two of, have problems. Sorry. The cards are overheating. They don't have sufficient, they don't have the thermal something in them, whatever. There's some videos you can see about that. So I'm going to have to get two new cards. I actually looked at the process of upgrading the cards. Somebody went through and showed what it was required, and I'm going, there is no way I'm doing that. And the reason that I say that is, for those of you who know, I have still a little bit of peripheral neuropathy from the cancer update. So my fingers, fine motor functionality in my fingers is, shall we say, a little bit challenging. And trying to figure out how to unplug and plug those cards back together again, no, that's not for me. I'm not going to do that because it doesn't look too hard, be interesting, but I just with until this wears off, which may be another year or so before I get my full functionality back to my fingers. That was that's a side effect of chemotherapy because I had stage 4 colon cancer. So what happens is that I'm going to have to return my cards and upgrade them, and so I'm facing an upgrade process of replacing my RAM, replacing my graphics cards. And while I'm at it, I've actually have another SSD sitting over on the shelf that I've been meaning to put in the box for a while. So I'm probably going to put that in the box and do something highly, everybody says don't do, but I guess with SSDs it's probably okay. I have a 512 gig hard drive SSD, and then I have another physical, spinning hard disk, which has got 3 terabytes. But my C drive is actually getting full. I'm putting all my games and things like that end up on there. It's getting a little bit low on disk space. So I'm going to put another 512 gig SSD in there, and then you can, Windows 10 supposedly will let you span drives, creating extending a volume, which will be interesting. Which is dangerous because if one of the SSD fails, the entire drive is gone. But it's anyway. But with two SSDs, is that really a danger? That's sort of an interesting question. So I'd like to hear your comments. What do you think about my hardware situation? It's never ending. I just want to be able to game and do a few things, and it's just seems like I've got to replace the RAM, and I've got what is it? It's a half. It's a big monster case sitting under the desk over here. But the problem with it is that I've water cooled the CPU, so to get to the RAM, I have to actually remove the radiator from the back, which makes it all up. I may try and do a video of that. That might be just interesting enough, but I don't know. It's just playing with all this hardware was not what I had intended to be doing right now. I intended to be playing Skyrim, but I was getting such awful frame rates, and that may be because my processors, my CPU is not able to feed the graphics cards enough data to keep them busy or something like that. I don't know, but we'll find out once I upgrade my RAM, see if that improves the performance. It should. And improve all the benchmarks, and then we'll see how that goes, and then we'll see what happens with replacing the graphics cards and adding another hard drive in there and so on. So I just thought I'd have it. I didn't really want to play with hardware. I like playing with hardware once in a while, but this was a bit more than I had intended at one time. So, and right now, I don't want to think about replacing the entire motherboard again with a faster processor. I'd like to wait a few more months before I do that. Maybe if I get a tax refund. Yes, taxes. But there's too many weirdnesses about that because I moved and a bunch of other things. So, thank you. If you're interested, I'd like to hear your comments. Am I insane with this? Probably, but I'm just going to be playing with a bunch more hardware than I was expected before I get back to playing some things like Skyrim Special Edition. Thank you.